Open4 had been used to create all sorts of mods for GTA 4, GTA 5 and Max Payne 3 until Take-Two stepped in.
So Rockstar has responded. Take-Two though, still nothing from them yet. GTA Online is messing around. Like, do you remember when cheat menus were just like codes that you just pressed in on a controller? You know, you're ruining the fun for everybody else. Some Russian guy probably. It's supposed to just be fun. Fine.
You seem upset about this, Mike.
Yeah,
in a way that I don't see you upset this often. Are you alright, dude? Will it actually make a dent in the revenue?
A couple of weeks ago, Take-Two Interactive tanked the reputation of two of their best assets, Rockstar Games and the GTA series, and they did it in one move. They made mods for the GTA series illegal, ending 10 years of semi-official mod support for the games. Rockstar were kind of caught up in the splash damage of that stupid move, and now they're trying to repair the damage done to their reputation by their stupid owners.
So, when earlier this month they slammed a big fat cease and desist letter down the creators of the GTA mod tool Open4, there was f*** all Rockstar could do about it. It effectively spelt the end of modding for Rockstar's biggest titles and kicked up a storm from angry players and the modding community. GTA mods have produced some of the most fun and creative gaming ideas we've seen, and Take-Two just arbitrarily shut all that down without warning after 10 years. People were furious, and there was even an 80,000 strong change.org petition to get Take-Two to reverse the stupid decision. Rockstar did release a statement at the time saying Take-Two weren't targeting single-player mods, and that unfortunately Open4 enables a malicious mod that allows harassment of players in GTA Online. And they did say they're trying to work out a way to support the creative community without negatively impacting our players. Well, now it looks like they're trying to come through with that.
In a new statement posted as an FAQ support article, Rockstar Games said this: Rockstar Games believes in reasonable fan creativity and, in particular, wants creators to showcase their passion for our games. After discussions with Take-Two, Take-Two has agreed that it generally will not take legal action against third-party projects involving Rockstar's PC games that are single-player, non-commercial, and respect the intellectual property rights of third parties. The statement points out that it doesn't relate to online or equate to a license, and it does not constitute an endorsement, approval, or authorization of any third-party project, i.e. mod. It also makes very clear that Take-Two can do whatever the hell it wants when it comes to the game, as well as third-party projects, and could withdraw this statement at a moment's notice. Overall though, it is very good news for GTA mod lovers. And on top of this, a new Open4 update has been released as well, seemingly with Rockstar's blessing. So it looks like Rockstar has had a quiet word with Take-Two and told them to stop being so damn stupid.
So that's it. It's all sorted out then. Everyone's happy, surely?
Yeah, well,
maybe not quite.
It's a bit. This is obviously a big move for Rockstar. They've kind of gone against Take-Two a little bit. That, you know, the pressure's going upwards. They've gone uphill, up the ladder to apply pressure on, you know, Take-Two who own them basically. So it's quite interesting that there's like a conflict there. For me, it's like all about their image, because Rockstar really care about looking like a critically acclaimed maker of games. They make the best games, and that's all part of their image. So when people start hating on them and like review bombing their game on Steam and stuff like that, and start criticizing them and signing up for change.org petitions and all that kind of stuff, they really don't like that. It's bad for their business model.
You got to ask the question though, whether they would have implemented all these changes, whether they would have allowed support for Open4 if they hadn't have had 80,000 people signing a petition against what they'd done. It's like, are they putting their own image in front of what's actually right and wrong? It's all about whether you think that they're doing this out of good for the gamers or good for their own image.
The modding community will be happy about this. It's not been like death and grief and misery for me. I think it's more been like uncertainty. Like they're like, oh, what happens now? They were always talking about online, and they didn't want the mods affecting the online play, but a lot of mods were just for single player. So, you know, there's a lot of uncertainty in the air. So the fact that Rockstar have addressed it, and they've addressed it in it's like a support thread. So you search for a question on the Rockstar support website, you know, can I use mods on PC single player games? You get this new statement that they've put up there, which is kind of trying to explain things. I think it's supposed to be reassuring, but there is still an awful lot of like, however, Take-Two can do whatever the hell they want with mods and all that kind of legalese stuff. So it's it's not all glowingly good news.
Yeah, there's no two ways about it. The damage has already been done. You look at the Steam review page, and it's gone up from 13% positive to 14%. Yeah. So they're kind of trickling back. How many years that'll take to get back up to like the 90% that they had, I don't know. Yeah. But the damage is already done. It's way too late. There's still like negative reviews coming in. Can you forgive like what's happened? Will you look upon Rockstar in the same way ever again? Let us know down in the comments. So Rockstar kind of seem to be emerging as the good guy in all of this, right? They said they believe in player creativity, and Take-Two generally won't pursue legal action against third-party projects involving Rockstar's games. Rockstar have also told PC Gamer that they are now in discussions with the creators of Open 4, meaning there could well be light at the end of the tunnel. All good, right?
Well, maybe so, but there's one thing we want to share with you before we end this video. You see, we received a very lengthy exclusive email from a Rockstar insider who didn't want to be named, giving a small insight into the way mods are seen by the higher-ups within Rockstar. They said modding is something that higher-ups in the company have, to quote, despised since modders first started modding their products. Our source even claims that Rockstar president Sam Houser has internally stated he wanted GTA 5 to be unmoddable. They added, Sam Houser in particular takes great offense to it, seeing the games as his creations and desiring people to experience them the way he envisions. Regardless of how they publicly react to the outcome of this recent mod ban, I would like to state that they will almost certainly continue with this mindset into future products. Oh, and they said this. The concept of shark cards are here to stay, and are very much part of the next title, although with a more appropriate name for the cowboy western setting. Red Dead Redemption 2 is set to feature bonds instead of shark cards, they said.
Our source also shared some personal insight about difficult working conditions, and talk of the famous development crunch, where workers are under huge pressure, usually just before a game's release. Well, our source says the crunch at Rockstar has been non-stop for years. Pressure on employees is enormous, and the turnover of staff is enormous, with a chasm of inexperience left by developers leaving the company so frequently.
I said enormous twice there.
Yes, cool. It's cool. It's enormous. It's an emphasis, isn't it? Emphatic. Okay. It's emphatically enormous, Mike.
All right.
They tied up the email like this. I have faith in that, regardless of its flaws, their next title will live up to the hype. But I wanted to make it clear that it comes at a very high cost to the people involved in the process, and not the ones who benefit the most from it either.
So this person just got in touch with us to spell out some of the insider information that they've got on the company. And remember, we included that last bit about the working conditions and stuff, which sound absolutely atrocious if they're true. By all means, if anyone from Rockstar is watching this, get a response over to us. Let us know what your side of this is. We want to hear that. But the reason we've included that in there was to show that this guy has got some information on the mods and stuff. However, he does seem very upset with the company, so just bear that in mind. I'm not saying he's wrong about the mods or anything, but just remember that he has some personal kind of issue with the company.
Yeah, he goes into a lot more detail as well, which we didn't kind of include in this video. Yeah. It's kind of irrelevant to the message that we're trying to put out there, but by all indications, this was a genuine employee of Rockstar who was brought to like some suspect things. Now, this goes to show again that maybe all isn't rosy at Rockstar. Their front-facing image is that they're this like the poster boy of gaming, but you know, we've got information that says differently here.
We've kind of done everything we could to confirm they're at least saying who they say they are, whether or not what they're saying is true. The thing about the shark cards is interesting. The thing about the bombs, no surprise to anyone, I guess, that there's definitely going to be shark cards in Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah. They've made loads of money in GTA Online. Why wouldn't they do it in Red Dead? But the fact they're called bonds, does that make it more fun, guys? Even if they were still called shark cards, it'd still be a fucking rip-off. So, moral of the story, I guess, Rockstar look like they at least want mods in their game of some variety. They've gone back against Take-Two. They've fought back against their parent company to get this message out there on their website and say, you know what, we like Open 4. They're communicating with the Open 4 creators, and they want to keep this thing going forwards in the future. Things move pretty slowly, I guess, at a corporate level if you want to sort these kind of messes out, but they've done it eventually. Hopefully, for those of you who love mods, this is some sort of reassurance. Let's just hope that Take-Two don't generally go after mod creators like they promised they would.
Talking of the 2-week issues, it has been 2 weeks, and if you compare it to what Paradox Interactive did recently, they responded within a couple of days, and they probably stemmed the flow of all the negativity. The video that we covered the other day where Paradox were increasing their prices in different areas around the world.
They were so fast, they screwed us up. We had to like refilm it and stuff. It was a nightmare.
But 2 weeks on the internet is a long time, and you can't help but think that the damage is just too bad.
We've done 3 videos on this now.
In that time,
you know, and that's over the developments over the couple of weeks. So hopefully, and I'm sure this will kind of be the last. They look like they're trying to put a ribbon on it and stuff and be like, don't worry guys, we're sorting it, and they're communicating and everything, which is good. Hopefully they will just stick to their word and they'll support mods, and Take-Two won't sue people.
But it is another example of how player power can make a difference, because it's the second video that we've done in the last few days where like the community has made a difference. Like people have spoken and the development or developers have listened. So that empowerment's here again.
Alright guys, are you happy with the Rockstar statement? Is this the kind of thing you wanted to see? Let us know down in the comments. Remember to like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. There's another video right there if you want to watch that, and a link to Patreon if you want to support the channel. See you next time.